Welcome back to another episode of Pin High Podcast presented by Pin High Media. This week, we're going to talk about sweet finish at the Charles Schwab with Sam Burns winning it, why he might, be a President's Cup pick this year. And we're also going to talk a little bit about our different putting grips and, how we all three putt different ways. So let's get into it.
This is Jordan Spieth here, and
this is the Pin High Podcast.
Let's get inside the ropes. Let's do a very short weekend golfer. I didn't play golf this weekend, but I will be playing golf in about however long this episode takes. So what'd you guys do?
Yeah, so I went out to Pound. Well, I played twice this weekend. I played once at Silvermine, and I went out to Pound Ridge yesterday. We could talk about Silvermine because Pound Ridge did not go very well. That golf course eats up golf balls.
What'd you shoot?
Over 100 probably. The golf ball felt like a
you stopped keeping track that kind of round.
It was that kind of round. If you hit the ball like an inch off the fairway, the rough is pretty high there, and it's just like you lose your ball. So it's just one of those golf courses. Pete Dye always kills me.
I'm dying to play there. I need to play there at some point just to see what.
Not very fun. I mean, if you keep the ball in the fairway, it's fine. Like you could get through. I mean, everything's like uphill, downhill lie. Like there's no like flat lies, but
you just like don't really want to spend the money to play there when I
it's also like I'd much rather like isn't like it's the same price as like Ferry Point.
Yeah,
it's like $100
further go to Ferry Point.
It's $100.
How much is it?
It's like 160.
Ferry Point or Pound Ridge?
I'm actually planning
that's like
Ferry Point's like 280 right now
on the weekend.
I played it on a holiday yesterday. Silvermine had like a thing going on, so I couldn't play, and I was like, well, I'm here, I want to play golf.
I actually am planning a trip out to Ferry Point on a mental health day that I get to redeem because I was working out of the Byron Nelson. And I'm going to play at 4:00 on a weekday at Ferry Point for $147.
Nice.
That's pretty nice. That's a pretty good move.
You can still get a round in, so that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, absolutely.
But
I'm trying to find a day this week, like this week or next week, to get around in like one afternoon. Just go out and play. Like get off work at 4, go out, get the course 4:30, and play. I can play a 4 round before like it gets dark at like 9 o'clock here.
Exactly.
Yeah, but so anyway, my weekend golfer, I don't think I've ever hit more shanks in a round of golf than I did yesterday.
Don't say that word around me.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know why, but like the golf ball looks so small to me, and it just there's something going on.
What would you shoot at Silvermine this weekend?
Yeah, so I shot 86. I was 3 over through 8, and then on 9, I made triple, so ended up being 6 over on the front 9, and then the back wasn't that great, but yeah, there's I made 4 birdies and 3 triples. So there's some good golf in there, but there's also some
what holes did you birdie? Do you know?
The easy ones. I birdied 3, I birdied 8, like most people do, and then I birdied
16, right? You got it.
No, I actually did not birdie 16. No. I think 5. They were like 3 of them were on the front, and then I think maybe 15 on the back. So I just like there's good golf. There's good golf in there. There's just like I tripled any hole that I had to pull a driver out on. I tripled. So
right.
9, 17. So is what it is. But the key to Silvermine is getting through the first 2 holes for me. If I get through the first 2 holes, the front
just the first hole,
pretty good.
Honestly, just the first hole.
All right. Let's talk putter grips. Let's talk putter grips. First of all, you can interpret this 2 ways. I know Trevor uses the super stroke.
I do. I've used that for
me and Jeek do not. We were
long
just
time.
I know Jeek when he put this in the document was just talking about actually how you
I don't use like I don't use like the fat, so like the big like barrel grip. Like some people do use that, and I think
my dad has that.
Weird. I just can't. Like it doesn't give me any. Like I played with it before. I see why people like it, but I like the super stroke where it's a little bit bigger than a normal grip, like a little bit bulkier and not like a pencil thin grip, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's just my preference.
I just used the grip that came on my putter. So
Yeah, I just have like a
No, you're
standard
good.
Scotty grip, and
I keep it
I
keep
actually
it
don't mind it.
simple.
Well, on my
I do need a
Scotty,
new
I have a Scotty. On my other Scotty, I have a Scotty grip, like just as regular, but it hasn't even been worn in yet. Like I
My
wouldn't
Scotty
even
grip's like
change.
falling apart right now. Like I
Oh,
literally
mine,
need something that like need a grip
it's
change, but there's no, you can't buy them right now. They're just like hard to get right now, Scotty grips.
also it's kind of cool. Like it's like my grip is like so worn out and so done, but it's also like kind of shows like you've been grinding or
A lot of
you're
three putts in
playing
that
for a
grip.
long time. Yeah, like
We're just not
you're like the wear and tear in
taking
your
care of
grip.
it.
Like it's like it looks like you either get a brand new one or it's the wear and tear, and like it looks like cool. I think it looks cool with the wear and tear. To be
Yeah.
honest.
So, I mean, just getting into it, there's obviously different grips, but there's also different ways to grip the putter. Obviously there's the standard normal grip, which is pretty much what I use. And there's the right hand high, also known as a cross hand. I think Pat switched to that recently,
I mean,
right?
right hand low.
Right hand low, sorry.
Yeah,
And
I
then
did that. I
there's
switched to that. So,
No, right hand
right
high.
hand
You mean
high, yeah.
left hand low. Left hand low.
Left
We
right hand
couldn't.
high, left hand
oh, it
low,
depends
cross
on which
hand.
way you're
Yeah,
describing high.
Yes, for righties, left hand low.
correct.
Cross-handed. Oh my
Cross-handed.
god,
Yeah,
that's just
cross-handed.
Yeah,
That's what I had, cross hand. But and then there's the claw and the
like
arm
Fitzy.
walk. Yeah,
Really?
Fitzy
Yes.
cross, but he does it with a wedge, but that's different. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of ways to grip the putt and to grip the putter, and I mean, what do we think the benefit is to certain
Just
grips?
whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, I think I don't know. I think the reason why I changed mine was because over COVID, like I guess it was January of 2021, I was in my apartment in Syracuse. You know, we couldn't play golf because there was snow on the ground and it was 10 degrees outside, maybe. So we had a putting mat in our apartment and you couldn't really go anywhere. It's not like we could go practice putting somewhere at like a facility. So all we did was just sit in that apartment for like a month before school started and just I started to experiment with the claw, with the cross hand, and I actually started liking the cross hand. I felt like it like stabilized me more. You know, I had more control over like not pushing it or anything. I think that's because I'm now leading like with my right hand.
Yeah, for somebody like me, I'm left hand dominant for the most part. So like when
Even
I
though you're a
try,
righty golfer.
even though I'm a righty golfer,
Maybe
I'm
you
left
should be a
hand
lefty
dominant.
golfer.
Maybe you should.
I did never swung like a baseball bat lefty. I would throw righty, but like I still feel left hand dominant. So when I've tried the cross grip, just like messing around, it feels so wrong to me because I feel like it's all in your right hand and it just like doesn't feel natural.
I get that, and I've experimented like as any kid growing up. You see Sergio playing with the claw or Jordan Spieth playing with the cross hand. You're like oh, that's interesting. I did played the claw with one tournament. I'm pretty sure I shot like 77 with the claw and never went back to it after that. And then just went back and forth with cross-handed if I was struggling. And then it kind of like I kind of used the cross-handed as like a way just to get my regular like grip back on track and like my stroke back on track. Cause like you really feel like you're like it is like stable, but I could just never get the feel really right. Like I felt like I was always like jabbing at it almost. I don't know why. And then, but I would do it and I would practice it for a little bit and then I would go back to my other grip and my other grip. I would feel a lot more comfortable with my other grips. Maybe that's just kind of like a reset for me. And I've also tried with like one finger on the putter, left finger, right finger.
Yeah, I've recently done
like
the finger on the putter.
Yeah,
It's actually I kind of like it, but I'm sure I'll switch at some point.
I've just used it messing around sometimes, and it feels pretty nice. But also, I've had the same putting grip for years, and I've always played decently well, or I consider my putting decently good. So
yeah, I mean the other thing is like a lot of tour pros out there, they'll go with the claw grip for like the close putts, and then for further putts they'll just go standard. So I find that interesting.
I don't like that.
Like
don't-
Colin
I think
Morikawa is like one for that. I think Tommy Fleetwood does that too.
Phil does it
Phil
too.
does it too. Claw grip for close putts and normal grip for further putts. I
I
think
like
the whole
that.
idea about it is like you can't really control the club head when you're holding it as a claw. So for further putts it's kind of tough, but for closer putts it makes your stroke like more consistent. So just something to
Yeah, it's like for the longer putts are more feel, and you kind of just like swing at it, and then like more so swing at it than usual, and then the shorter putts are kind of like you just need to hit your line. Like that's really all you need to do. Like the speed. That makes sense. I wouldn't be able to switch back and forth like that. I think that would kind of mess with me.
Yeah, I agree there too. And then one last putter grip, the arm lock. the patented arm lock putt, which honestly I've tried it.
If you saw a weekend golfer doing that, you'd be like, I hate this guy.
I mean, I've gone into like
you know who I can see doing it
before.
He's the weekend golfer doing that would be someone wearing like straight reflective shit, like baseball shades, like
white
bright
belt,
orange shirt, white
a lot of
pants.
sunscreen, a bucket hat,
absolutely
two long sleeve like Under Armour sleeves. Who am I describing, Trevor?
I don't know.
I don't know who I'm describing.
No, I do know who you're describing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's an interesting thing. I've gone in the Golf Galaxy before and like grabbed like a slightly longer putter and tried it. It does have like you do feel like you're locked in a little bit and your stroke's like interesting, but then your like body's kind of affecting your stroke in a way. Like you're moving your shoulders and stuff, and like that could affect your stroke.
Can I ask the question? Who needs to change putter grips in PGA Tour?
Like who would benefit
besides Will Zalatoris? Besides Will Zalatoris.
I don't know if he would benefit off of
I just
it.
want to see him.
I'm starting to think I want to see him without the arm lock, but I also kind of agree like that he wouldn't really benefit from it.
Who would? I mean, Morikawa already did change it. Like he wasn't on it. He didn't do claw before. So who's like a bad putter? I mean, maybe Sergio.
Maybe Spieth.
Yeah, he's always been
maybe Sergio on the short putts.
Maybe.
Yeah, I could. I mean, that doesn't matter anymore because he'll be playing a whole other set of golf across the pond or whatever.
On that note, let's get into some tour talk.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe before we get into some PGA tour talk, we'll live tour talk. Isn't the tournament this week and
next?
They haven't announced it.
Next week, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's June 8th. Right.
It could be like awesome. I wonder if they'll have a field.
Apparently on the live tour, you can just show up to your tee time. Like there's no deadline to withdraw. Like if you just,
oh my god,
I thought they were gonna have a list of players.
I don't think they are.
I would be this week if they were doing it. We have Jack's tournament this week.
No, it was supposed to come out on Sunday and it didn't.
Jack was saying how he turned down
for it
money.
all week. We're waiting for it all week. Like I was looking forward to they're like this announced on this day, and I was like Twitter waiting for the announcement, and it never came out.
I mean, listen, the days are counting down. Something's got to give.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I saw a couple of things I saw on Twitter. One, I thought this was really funny if they released the people in the tournament like every half hour as a royal rumble style. Yeah, you did
entry music.
Yeah, and then
John Cena.
I saw there's a billboard in London promoting the Live Golf Tour event. It's be loud or golf but louder or something like that. I don't really know what that means.
Again, but could we get in on this? Could we work at this place?
Show me the money.
That they wouldn't give a person with, I guess now 1 year of experience $500,000 a year?
They
have the money.
Reach out.
Listen. Let me go to LinkedIn real quick.
Just search Live Golf.
Live Golf. Live Tour, Live Golf.
They want to invest in our podcast. Who would say no?
We have to move to Saudi. Yeah, are we going to associate with this?
I don't think they're on LinkedIn.
Darn.
They promote from within a lot. It's fine. You gotta get your name in the system. Then once you get in, you're good.
There's LIV Golf Investments. Is that?
I mean,
I think that's
we
it.
haven't even seen the field yet. They might be looking for players, so
Well, just wait until
Better sharpen
Robert
up the
Garrigus
game.
gets announced, and it's like now on the tee, like the featured group, Robert Garrigus.
It like makes it sound like this is like the XFL. Like we just have like the former like
That's what
tour
I kind of
players
compare
coming.
it to. It's like it's the old guys. It's guys who like we might see a couple guys out there that we didn't even hear from, and we're like, oh yeah, I remember him.
Anthony
Something
Kim.
like that. Yeah.
They're
oh
based
my
out of
God,
New York
that would
City,
be
I think.
crazy. Are they really?
Listen. I know we've been giving these guys some shit for being sellouts, but I have a price.
If Anthony Kim just shows up to the first tee time, that
would
thing would
be
get so many views.
Incredible.
If
I
Live
think
Golf
maybe they
Investments
have that
wants
up their
me
sleeve.
back, that's all I'm saying. Sign me to a 3-year, $3 million deal.
I don't know. We'll have to see next week. We'll know more.
I wonder how many guys, like, why wouldn't they go after like a Willie Wilcox?
Who says they haven't?
True.
Yeah. I mean,
But like guys like that, like
have,
Willie Wilcox, Anthony Kim, like be like, okay, what's your number? We have the money.
I know. Smiley Kaufman.
I just don't.
I think
don't
Ricky's
think that's worth it.
I think Ricky's
Because he's like actually that.
Yeah, so you got to have a field of golfers. They got to fill the field somehow.
But I'd watch that. I'd watch
Yeah,
Smiley
I watch it
Kaufman
too.
on TV.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
I would. I mean,
Even if he was shooting 83,
he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He'll be sticking. He'll be announcing.
Actually, I don't think
Sure.
he has. I think he like legitimately would not for like any price. I think he just seems like that kind of guy that just.
I think he's content. I think if he's like on the tour, like announcing, like following groups, like
I think he's probably
like majors. Like I think that's like
doing that.
he knows like all the guys. Like he's friends with all of them. Like that's a great gig for him. I'd rather see him there than Live Golf. That'd
He's
be
probably going to end up being one of the main guys at CBS or
He should be.
one of the places
him and Colt
He's
knows.
good.
eventually, and then it's all just going to be in the past. It's like, oh yeah, remember how Smiley Kaufman like.
Oh, they're gonna bring up it'll be him and Colt in the booth like on 18 and like on the US Open or something like that, like 1 year, like years from now, and they'll be bringing up like Smiley's 87s in like Corn Ferry Tour events or something like that. It'd be really funny.
But anyway, let's get into some real tour talk. Not this LIV fake stuff. Sam Burns with just remarkable ice in his veins.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Another MasterCard ambassador.
Third one of the
They're
season.
cleaning up.
Three wins. Who would have thought Sam Burns 3 wins this year?
I
I mean, like at this point in the season.
think we would have thought. Oh, at this point
in the season.
no, probably, maybe not.
You
Like,
see,
Scotty has 4, Sam has 3 right now. That's
You
crazy.
see the tweet where it was like the top 10 of the world started the 2022. Like top 10, like at the time, they have combined 2 wins on tour. And like Scotty has 4, Burns is 3.
JT, is it JT and
JT and
Rom, yeah.
Rom's the other one. That's it.
okay.
Which is kind of wild to think about,
But Scotty Scheffler, he started out the day at 9 under, correct?
no,
He
Scotty
was
at
11 under.
He was
Yeah.
11 under.
Yeah.
And he goes 2 over at this golf course. Not that it's a hard, like an easy golf course, but when all you really got to do is shoot 1 over. If you told him at the beginning of the day, you need to shoot 1 over to win this golf tournament.
Yeah, I thought Scotty had this one locked down. Now I didn't get to watch a
I
lot on
thought you did
Sunday,
too.
but like I was checking in and I was like, like you just see Scotty Scheffler's name on the leaderboard and you're like, oh, he's gonna make a couple birdies. Even if he got through the front 9, I think 2 over. I was like, oh, he'll make a couple birdies. He'll win this tournament pretty easy. And all of a sudden he's in a playoff with Sam Burns, who like wasn't even close to the leaderboard going into the day.
5 under in his final round, which is
Yeah.
that shows like, again, like I've heard a lot of good things about Colonial, and especially compared to Craig Ranch a couple weeks ago. Like the kind of course where the number 1 player in the world who's won 4 tournaments in the past like 3 months can shoot 2 over par after having 2-stroke lead, and a guy who's like also a really good player like can shoot 500 par and they go to a playoff like that wouldn't like Sam. If it was at Craig Ranch, Sam Burns would have to shoot like 60 to even have a chance or something like that if he was that far back, and Scotty was going to shoot.
I mean, shoot like
65.
Paige Lee shot like 8, like a 64, like 8 under.
Yeah, that's like there's no
yeah.
Like there's no defense in that, and like playing a course like where it's like there are scores available, but there are like it's tough. It's so interesting. Like it makes it just.
I mean,
I
all you got to do is ask Harold Varner about his round. He went 8 over, 12 double bogey, 13 double bogey, 14 double bogey, 17 double bogey. And he was like, was he tied with the lead?
He's putting to the lead,
like one back.
He's putting to the lead at 10 under on 12.
On 12.
And then he finished at even par.
Correct. Because his name's like not even on the board, right? Like he's T27 he finished.
Oh,
it's just like
God.
That's crazy. 3 double bogeys in a row with a birdie in the middle.
He cost himself hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yes, and he has still not won on the PGA Tour.
He'll win eventually, but he's truly getting to the point where like even like like huge golf fans will say like, oh, Harold Varner, he's the guy who choked at the PGA and then he shot 45 at this. Like he's got some huge numbers in him. That's for
Whatever.
sure.
That wasn't even the biggest number of the day. Apparently Harry Higgs won 10 over. So and a couple 8 overs in there too, 9 over. It's just, it plays tough on a Sunday, and to see Sam Burns go in there and conditions somewhat tough and do what he did. Now let's talk about that putt on the playoff hole.
Great putt
from the parking lot, pretty much. Like I just like he was like off the green, post putter, and like I didn't think he had any like chance of putting it in. Like I thought like, oh, he'll put it pretty close, tap in. We'll probably go to a second playoff hole. Like didn't even give Scotty like a chance to really like take anything in that playoff.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
did he go
first? Into that playoff thinking
they go first.
Scotty's got this. Like, I know that Sam Burns, like, it was the second playoff win of the year, right?
Yeah, I think so. And like, Sam Burns and like Scotty Scheffler are really good friends, and like they were like Scotty Scheffler looked like he was not playing in a playoff, like just going up to the tee, like he was just like laughing, like just kind of like joking around.
Yeah, he
went to a wedding later in the day. Like just they're like he was just like as cool as you would like, and I saw that I'm like, oh, Scotty's definitely winning.
And he's playing in front of a Texas crowd, so it's
he felt like that's like the most like,
Dallas crowd. I mean, it's comfortable. So
for that situation, he's in the most comfortable position you could possibly be in, basically.
Yeah.
But I mean, Sam Burns has played great, and he went to Buc-ee's afterwards. Apparently, that was his victory dinner. He was at Buc-ee's. Which is great.
And then, can I just say, GCAS on the sheet here. The match. What is that? 6 is today.
I could care.
I don't care. I'm not gonna.
I just will say it is today when the podcast is.
Why is it on a Wednesday?
I don't know.
Like what?
No, it's not like Wednesday. Like when it comes out, when we come out tomorrow. Today. People who are listening to it today.
Wednesday, June 1st.
It's today is in when the podcast comes out.
Correct.
June 1st. Today's May 31st. Yes.
Yeah, I don't care
like
about this match.
I don't really care.
It's 12 holes. Like I don't want to see 4 amateur golfers, especially one that I really, really dislike playing a golf tournament. Or play against each other. Like I guess there'll be some banter. I'll see that. Like I'll see everything on Twitter too. Like I'll see all like the funny parts like on Twitter, and I'll retweet the ones that are insulting Aaron Rodgers, and that'll be my
Aaron Rodgers.
I wish it was on a little earlier. Not gonna lie. Like it's 6:30 Eastern. It's on, so like it's like a prime time thing. Like I'd rather just watch the Yankees game than the match. Yeah. So if it was on during the day, I put it on.
Commented on Max Homa's Instagram post today. His like Elijah Craig Instagram post, and I commented at him like actually while we were recording the podcast 10 minutes ago.
What'd you say?
Well, what did I say versus what I wanted to say? I actually I tried to chirp him, but obviously wasn't allowed.
Good.
But I tried to chirp him. We can talk about it later, but yeah. But let's get into some Memorial talk. I mean, this weekend is going to be, when you really look at it, it's going to play like a PGA Championship course.
Yeah, Memorial always tough. I mean, Murfield Village.
More like your typical PGA Championship course, you mean, too.
Yeah.
Not like a Southern Hills, like
a typical PGA Championship.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
it
a
usually
hard
plays
course.
rough. Like you gotta drive the ball well. You have to scramble well. If you look at the guys who've won the last couple of years, Cantlay, but really Rahm last year, and Rahm in 2020, Cantlay the year before that, DeChambeau. I mean, like those are some good golfers. And then then the years before that, Duff, McGirt. But good golfers. Usually the best players come to the top of this tournament. Strokes gained approach, some long par fours, 450 to 500. Got to be good all around this week.
So let's get into skins. Who's got the top 20?
I have the top 20.
Okay. What did we do last week? I know my Eric Van Rooyen top 20 didn't hit, but to be fair, I was giving you guys some juice there.
And Stuart Sink.
Did it hit?
No idea.
Let's find out. PGA Tour, Charles Schwab. Sink got cut.
Damn.
Well, my pick did win. Mito Pereira, top South American.
He's still playing really well.
I think he went 6 under, finished like T7. So
yeah.
That did hit. So we got one.
I'll start. I'm going with Gary Woodland. Top 20. He's played well here before. I think I picked him here before in the past couple of years. And he's like quietly playing. Like he quietly was playing well at the PGA. Like I don't know where he finished, but I think he was in the top 20 at one point. I saw on Saturday or Sunday, and he's been playing well before that. So I like him at top 20 plus 450.
And who was that? Sorry, I missed it.
Gary Woodland.
Okay.
On a course where he hits it long, he's very good. He's surprisingly very good at scrambling. Like you wouldn't really think that looking at him or watching him hit the ball, but he's a very good scrambler, and he's played well here before. So
yeah, he's got a T22, T23, T4, T16. He's played here every year. So
yeah, he's played really well here before. So
all right, who you got for top 40, Jeek?
Siwoo Kim, top 40. He's finished top 43 of the last 4 years. It's not a Pete Dye course, but he's finished top 43 of the last 4 years, and his only miss in those last 4 years, he was T41. So like bad beat. Yeah. Plus 115. So it's really not much, but Siwoo Kim.
So I have a juicy one for you. You might not like it. To miss the cut at plus 450. Jon Rahm.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Ooh.
He's not playing great golf right now.
He loves this place though.
Yeah, no, he always plays well here.
Yeah, well. Hey.
It's a shot. It's a shot.
It's juicy. It's just a hot take.
What's Bryson's playing? He probably has a much better chance to miss the cut. I don't know.
His odds probably aren't as good. I mean, Jon Rahm, pretty much back-to-back champ at this golf course. Jon Rahm. So.
Hey.
Yeah, basically.
It's a hot take.
Jon Rahm revenge week, I think. I mean, if you want to get into outright winners, I had to do it just because Jon Rahm revenge week. I'll pick him to win. Plus, it's only plus 800, but that's not really special at all. But revenge week. And then Adam Scott, 50 to 1. Pretty big course history. Why not?
I got Will Zalatoris 30. I think he's 31, right?
Yeah.
Right. I think he's bound to win at one of these courses like this. It's tough. It's got to happen at some point. He said himself. And then I had a vision recently. I don't know what course it was that he won at, but I had a vision that Cam Young was like going to win one of these next few weeks. Or not a vision. I had a dream.
U.S. Open champion Cameron Young.
Yeah, maybe. I literally had a dream, and I woke up and I thought it was real because I was like, Oh damn! I missed
Listen,
that
I
one.
honestly I will
Damn.
pick him in the U.S. Open because he's got that U.S. Open game.
Yeah. What do you got, Trev?
I will go with Ryan Matt Fitzpatrick a lot, so I'm going with him again. Of
Okay.
course, where he needs to hit the ball in the fairway and have good scrambling. 28-1, and then I thought about going doubling up on Gary Woodland, but name that sticks out. Don't know why is Keegan Bradley, 65-1. Don't really like him, but he's tough courses he's played. He kind of rises sometimes, especially at the Wells Fargo a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that play. I also like Patrick Reed. Not gonna lie.
Interesting. He's good off the tee last week.
Yeah, he kind of
Yes.
fell off the.
He has his one club contract deal with PXG, and he's not even using a PXG club.
Yeah. I mean,
So
he's been playing that bad this year. It makes sense.
Yeah.
To go back.
Yeah.
we're now going to get into the top 40 parlay.
Should we skip the top 40 parlay this week and do a hole-in-one draft? I'm doing a
No, I
hole-in-one
like the
draft.
top 40 parlay.
All right, fine.
Oh, tough. Okay. I tell you what to keep it.
So Jeek, we're just going to give you the first overall pick with your top 40. See what we go.
I gotta find top 40s. Honestly, didn't think about it.
So we'll just give you him with the first overall pick because you picked him.
Who?
Siwoo.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go next, and I will go with Matthew Fitzpatrick.
Okay. Good pick. I will go with Sahith Theegala.
Really, man?
Ricky made the cut last week.
Did make the cut last week, and my top 40 pick
Did he
last
come in
week.
top 40?
No.
My top 40 pick last week, Brian Harmon went 8 over in the
All right,
first round.
I'll be-
And then
All right,
he
give
went-
another one, Trev.
Another one. I'll go with Tom Hoagie.
Okay. We're going to give me the odds every time?
Plus 105 for Hoagie.
Plus 105. Okay. And then I am going to go with Joaquin Neiman.
Okay. I got 2 here, don't I? I'll go Hideki Matsuyama minus 190. And then how about Cameron Champ plus 135?
I like that actually, kind of. And then I will go plus 135. Cameron Champ. I will go with Davis Riley.
Probably my next pick.
All right. I'll go with Gary Woodland and Chris Kirk.
What's Chris Kirk?
Minus 150.
Okay, I am going to go Maximus Homa.
Maximus Homa.
Okay.
These are your last 2 picks, Cheek.
Yes, they are. Give me Lucas Herbert. I don't know what number he's at, but T18 last year. Plus
Yep.
160.
Got it.
And then we're talking about Cam Young. I'll take Cam Young.
Okay. And then I have my last one. It's tough. This is a tough one. I'm gonna go Aaron Wise minus 135.
All right. I'll go with Hideki Matsuyama.
You already
Nice
picked.
him.
Oh, we already picked. Okay. I will go with Colin Morikawa.
Okay. So that 15 leg parlay. $1 will win us 7.4 thousand.
Nice. Not as much as last week.
Last week was 6,000. So yeah, it is more than last week.
I thought it was more.
Well, it was $3 was going to win 18 grand.
Right.
Between 3 of us. So that was the top 40 draft. We'll see. One of these weeks we're gonna hit it, and we are going to go on a trip to Pebble Beach.
We kind of messed up not getting Mito Pereira in there. That's okay.
That's right.
What are you gonna do?
Might be some weekend.
So we have 2 minutes left on the clock. let's go with some premonitions. My premonition is going to be a future premonition based off of our talk on this podcast. HV3 is going to win at the Rocket Mortgage Classic.
Ooh, I like that.
Rocket Mortgage
I really
Classic,
like
very
that.
specific.
Book it.
I think John Rahm domination this week, wins by like 4.
Okay.
I think someone else gets COVID and has to drop out on Saturday this week.
Okay. I mean,
The opposite.
it
No,
happens.
it's not going to happen, but
Patrick
yeah,
Cantlay is in the
Patrick
lead,
Cantlay
gets COVID, and John Rahm
he
wins.
has to. Patrick Cantlay falls downstairs and has to withdraw. Something like that. Before we go, NCAA golf going on right now. I'm going to go watch. Right
The
now.
individual champion was this guy was freshman from Vanderbilt, right?
Yeah, freshman. The semifinals are going on right now. It's primetime golf in Arizona. Texas versus Vandy, Pepperdine versus Arizona State. So I'm gonna go watch that.
Oh, real quick. U.S. Women's Open this week.
Lexi
Winners.
Thompson. Just
And
she's
Jordan Stem.
I'm actually excited to watch that. Like I'll probably watch that more than Memorial maybe. I won't be home that much this week then. So. I'll be back home. I'll be playing golf.
Yeah, true. You come back on Friday?
Not sure yet. I'll let you know tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll play on Friday though.
See you next week for the
Canadian Open. No.
Canadian Open. Good,
No. Is it? No.
No, it's the Canadian Open at St. George's. It is.
Is it?
I was looking through all the tournaments today
Okay.
for work.
All right.